Well boys, boys and girls, if you are looking for the explanation of a theory in detail without simply digesting the words, if you are looking for the explanation or if you are trapped in understanding a theory, then you are open and you are open to the right channel. In my videos, I will be trying to explain in detail whatever I will say, so that the listener or the student understands my sayings properly. This will help him in his career, because nowadays these explanations are very necessary, because these are the basics referring to which you will be studying for the topics in your senior classes. These topics might be found in class 10, 11 or 12 in CBSE or state or ICSE board. Today's topic of the lecture is the left hand and the right hand rule of field electromagnetic field induction. So first I will cover one by one. First I will cover the left hand rule of induction. We have seen that this left hand, if you look at this left hand and if you look at my left hand, I have pointed out three fingers, that is my thumb, my forefinger and my center finger. Well, to remember quickly, this thumb is for the motion, because in thumb the letter M is used to remember the motion of the conductor, because we are talking about the current carrying conductors. This is the forefinger, that means the F is for the forefinger or F is for the field of the magnetic field, the direction of the magnetic field from north to south. And this is the center finger. Center finger is for C for center finger or C for the direction of the current. So what is the left hand rule? It says that if this is a current carrying conductor carrying a current from this to this end to carrying a current from this end to this end, then if it is placed in a magnetic field which points from this end to this end, that means it is placed perpendicular to the magnetic field, then it will experience a motion which is perpendicular to both of them. That means that is perpendicular to the plane which both of them make. If this is, say, the y-axis, this is for the x-axis, then the motion will be in the another axis, that is called the z-axis, this way. So let's just draw in detail. Is my left hand. This is the thumb. This is the current carrying center finger, current, and this is the field, and the forefinger. That means if a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field pointing from this to this, then it will experience a motion which is perpendicular to both of them. That means in this direction. Okay. Say if this is the force, this is south and this is north. This is the force of the magnetic field, and this is a current carrying conductor. Current is in this direction. Okay. Now this is the field. This is the current. Then what it says, if this is force and this is the current, the field will be, the motion will be perpendicular to both of them. That means the motion will be somewhat like this, perpendicular to this board. That means the motion will be like this. Motion will be just like coming out from the board. This direction. Okay. Let me just draw in just what happens if we place a conductor which is carrying a current in this direction. You can very well imagine if we put the left hand here, if we put our left hand here, point our forefinger in this direction, and the current in this direction, center finger. So it is saying that the motion will be, this is the motion, this thumb is the motion. So thumb is pointing into the board. So the motion is pointing into the board. Same, it is pointing. So this conductor will experience a force downwards. If we look from this direction, if we are looking from this direction, so what is the reason behind this? Here we can see that this is a current carrying conductor, and we know that any conductor which carries a current, it produces its own magnetic field which are circular in direction. That means in shape of rings like this. So in a direction as if I am holding this pen and my fingers are showing the direction of the magnetic field. My fingers like this are showing the direction of the magnetic field, like this. If this is the direction of the current, then these fingers show the direction of the magnetic field. So obviously the magnetic field will be in this fashion. So if we draw, let's take this conductor to be going inside this board, straightway perpendicular to the board. So it will develop its own magnetic field. like this. And this is the magnetic field due to this force. So what happens is that, as you can see here, all the magnetic lines above this point, that means above this conductor here, are going and matching with the magnetic lines of the conductor. These forces due to this poles, these are matching same, because this is also in clockwise direction, this direction, and this force, this magnetic force is also in the same direction. So they get stronger on this side, on the upward side. And what about the downward side? Towards the downward side, you can see that these forces are this way, and the magnetic forces due to the conductor are this way. So they cancel out each other. So all these magnetic lines are cancelling out in the downward positions. So as a result, what happens is that the magnetic lines get stronger on the upper side, and the magnetic lines on the downward side cancel each other, resulting to very less. So it is just like a piece of rubber. It's just like a piece of rubber, just a thing being placed here, pushed. So when this rubber is stretched, this object will come down like this. Same situation is here. These lines of forces are stretched or curved like this, and so they give a downward force because they are curved and they are stretching. So same like this, they will give a downward force, and as the lower side forces are cancelling, lower side fields are cancelling each other, from this side there cannot be any force to the upper side. So as a result, the whole force is towards the downward side. So in this way also we have seen that the conductor is trying to go downwards, or the conductor experiences a downward direction. This is the actual explanation of the left hand rules. This is the actual explanation of the left hand induction rule, which provides us the knowledge about the motor's behavior. Because in motors, what happens is that the coils are placed. This is a circular rotor, and this rotor is like this. Rotor is nothing but a cylindrical piece with the conductors, and they carry current. So when they carry current, they interact with the magnetic fields forces and they move upward in this direction, and when the current the conductors are wired connected in such a way that if this wire is this conductor is taking the current inside from this to this side, a diagonally opposite conductor will be bringing out the same current, so it will be this way. So if this conductor experiences a upward direction, this conductor will automatically experience a downward direction. So in the process, this drum tries to rotate, and this rotation is nothing but the motor rotation. So that is the motor rotation. So this principle is taken help of in the making of the motor.